They should allow us. I'm responding to, you see, Chairman, Chairman, what the majority leader is doing is not fair. He raises his issues, you don't have to respond. When you are responding, he now determines how you should respond to him. The chief whip has spoken. You have spoken. When you are talking, you don't calculate the hours. Because
Honorable member.
This is Trending Ghana TV. As usual, we bring you news that is trending in Ghana. Now, this happened during the vetting of Chief Justice nominee Paul Baffoe Boni. Now, he was nominated by the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, following the removal of the former Chief Justice. Now, the Appointments Committee of Parliament were supposed to vet Justice Paul Baffoe Boni for the position of the Chief Justice, and the exercise will just allow them to assess Justice Baffoe Boni's qualification, his judicial philosophy and vision for Ghana's justice system before recommending his approval or otherwise to the House. Now, this became a battle of words between the minority leader, Afenyo-Markin, and the majority leader, Mr. Ayariga. Now, this was due to the fact that the minority are saying that because the NDC has majority in parliament, it's like they are hijacking the proceedings and they are not allowing fairness to take place during the vetting of Justice Baffoe Boni. Now, to those of you who are wondering why we are vetting a new person for the position of the Chief Justice, let's take you back a little. Just a few months ago, we had a Chief Justice. Yes, her name was Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu. Yes, she was the Chief Justice for Ghana. Now, something happened. On the 1st of September 2025, Ghanaians woke up to a shocking news following a letter from the presidency. Now, this is what it read. President Mahama removes Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu from office. Yes, you read that right. Now, the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, has, in accordance with Article 146(9) of the 1992 Constitution, removed the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship, Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu, from office with immediate effect. This follows receipt of the report of the committee constituted under Article 1466 to inquire into a petition submitted by a Ghanaian citizen, Mr. Daniel Ofori. After considering the petition and evidence, the committee found that the grounds of stated misbehavior under Article 1461 had been established and recommended her removal from office. So it was as simple as that. A Ghanaian called Mr. Daniel Ofori petitioned that the Chief Justice should be investigated for grounds of misbehavior under Article 146. Now, the president therefore set up a committee to look into the petition that this Mr. Daniel Ofori brought to the presidency. And after the committee came out with its evidence and findings, they did establish that yes, what he was saying is true. There has been some misbehavior, and the Chief Justice, using her position, has misappropriated certain things that does not make her fit to be the Chief Justice of the country. So the president also took the advice of the committee and sacked her. So that is why we are here today nominating or vetting a nominated justice, Baffoe Boni, who was nominated by the president, John Dramani Mahama. Now, some people see this to be very political. And because the NDC has a majority in parliament, it's like the whole proceedings, according to the minority, has been hijacked. Now, this is not the end. The minority went ahead to walk out of the proceedings. Yes, they walked out because they felt that their voices were not being heard. Now, let's listen to why they walked out, and we'll be back.
There was an existing Chief Justice, but for the irregularities, we would not be here to vet another Chief Justice. The processes that we have gone through was not right. We tried to file a motion. We filed a motion on the floor of the House that we thought that the processes must be exhausted before we come to today's proceedings. And the Speaker, unfortunately, did not admit the motion that we had filed. than what has transpired. There are matters pending up, some before the ECOWAS, some before other courts, and we have not exhausted them. And we think that until those processes are exhausted, it is not right for us to vet another Chief Justice. Nobody has anything against Justice Baffoe personally, but on a matter of principle, we needed to abstain from this. And since we are going...
Okay, so you heard the minority. Their issue with these proceedings is that the former Chief Justice has appealed at the Supreme Court, the Appeals Court, and even the ECOWAS Court over her removal from office by President John Dramani Mahama. So the minority is saying that let her case at this appeal courts be heard. If it is upheld that she is really guilty, then they can go on to nominate a new person and vetting can go on. But as her issue is still at the court and a new person has been nominated, they think this is very, very unfair. So that is why they staged a walkout. And they think that because the NDC has majority in parliament, they've hijacked the proceedings and they are not making their suggestions to be heard. Now, that is not the only issue that popped up during this vetting. Now, some Ghanaians have begun to question the fairness and the integrity of the presidential nominee for the position of the Chief Justice, Justice Baffoe. Now, this is what happened. Everybody knows this man, Atai, as he's famously called, a highly sought after criminal in the 1990s and the early 2000s. Finally, the Ghana Police Service did justice and they arrested him and he was sentenced to 70 years imprisonment in the year 2006. Now, guess what? This man, Justice Baffoe, he was by then a judge and he was the one who sentenced Atai to 70 years imprisonment. Now, today he made a comment that has made the internet to go agog. Now, he said that he should have given Atai 30 years imprisonment, but because he feared for the safety of himself and his family, he gave him 70 years. And people are saying, wow, are you allowed to do that as a judge? Just because you fear that this armed robber might come out after 30 years to harm you and your family, you decided to give him more than double the sentence. And people are wondering if he's really the right person for this job. They are saying that this man, he puts his interest and the interest of his family first, not that of the laws of Ghana. So he is not qualified to be the Chief Justice of Ghana. Now let's listen to what he said and you make a judgment for yourself. Just to remind you, this is Trending Ghana TV. If not subscribe, join the family, share this video and like and also comment. Let's listen to the nominee for the position of the Chief Justice of Ghana, Justice Baffoe.
In my youthful days, I gave somebody 70 years. Atai, I gave him 70 years. And what I told myself was that if Atai was given 30 years and he comes back, my family will be the first family he will attack. So by the time he comes back after 70 years, I'll be dead and gone.